guys, this is Helly and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And this January I got 41 books. Oh my goodness, I am just freaked out because this is probably the highest number of books I have ever bought in 1 month. And I have not really bought all of them. A lot of them are review copies and also giveaway prizes. I won a superb giveaway by Book OTD and I got 20 books from the Penguin Little Black Classics edition. I absolutely love them. The Penguin Little Black Classics are so beautiful. I have no words to describe how beautiful they are. Currently, there's a sale on Amazon on them. The MRP is 4,000 or 5,000 normally, but it came down to 2,000. So if you want to grab them, you can grab them. The complete set is of 80 books, but I won only 20 because there were 4 winners in the giveaway. But I love these 20 copies. They are so beautiful and so aesthetic. So the books that I got in Penguin Little Black Classics in these 20 books are Femme Fatale by Guy de Maupassant. This is a collection of short stories and I was dying to read Maupassant's short stories. I've read one from this collection. It's called Cockcrow and I absolutely love it. And I'm waiting to read the rest 3. The next one is Ivan Turgenev, Cassian from the Beautiful Land. And all that I know about this story is that it's based in Russia. Catherine Mansfield, Miss Brill. I read Catherine Mansfield's Fly and it was a great short story, and this is also a collection of short stories. Michel de Montaigne, he's an essayist and he was probably the first French essayist who influenced English essays, and I'm really excited to read how he writes. So Polonius of Rhodes, and this is the story of Jason and Medea. I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know about Jason and Medea. I read about it when I was studying Merchant of Venice, but I still want to read it. 3 Tang Dynasty Poets is a collection of poems from China. D.H. Lawrence to Duro, which presents a landscape from 20th century Italy. Sappho, who was one of the greatest writers of Greece, and Plato called her the 10th muse. There are 9 muses. So I'm pretty excited to read about Sappho. Also, Sappho lived in Lesbos and the word lesbian comes from Lesbos because Sappho used to write about love between women. Ovid's The Fall of Icarus, which is the story of Daedalus and Icarus. Catullus, I Hate and I Love, which is a collection of modern poetry which outlines a Roman poet's attraction and love towards a woman. H.G. Wells, A Slip Under a Microscope. This has 2 short stories by H.G. Wells, who is one of my favorites ever since I read The Invisible Man. Samuel Taylor Coleridge, who is my sworn enemy when I am studying him due to Kubla Khan, and I have got his book Well, They Are Gone and Here I Must Remain. I don't know whether I'm going to read this because I'm already troubled by his poem Kubla Khan. Jane Austen, The Beautiful Cassandra. This story was written by Jane Austen to amuse her family and I'm really excited to read this one. De Quincey, On Murder Considered as One of the Fine Arts. I came across this book's title as a student of romantic literature. I was absolutely mind blown by the title because it is so amazing and I can't wait to read the essay. Speaking of Shiva, and this book is obviously on Hindu mythology. Charles Dickens' The Great Wingelbury Duel. I am not really a huge fan of Dickens, but I think I'll give it a shot. Brothers Grimm, The Robber Bridegroom. This is a collection of short stories and I love Grimm's brothers' short stories because they are absolutely amazing. Almost all the stories that we have heard as children from fairy tale genre are by Grimm brothers. Elizabeth Gaskell, who is one of my favorites, I received a book by her, The Old Nurse's Story, and I can't wait to delve in. And last but not the least, Mary Kingsley's A Hippo Banquet. Mary Kingsley's story is about an explorer and I really like such stories where you have a point of view of a traveler because you are seeing something new for the first time and how you react to it tells you a lot about the person's character actually. I'm done with the 20 books of Penguin Little Black Classics edition. The link to buy all the 80 books is in my bio. If you want to, do buy it. Now let's move on to my hardcovers. I got 5 hardcovers. Very first hardcover that I got was Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling, and it's Harry Potter book night on 1st February 2018. We'll be celebrating it at our college, probably not in a very extravagant way, but we'll surely be celebrating it. So I guess you guys will love to celebrate that as well. I have attached the link to the website below if you want to take part in Harry Potter book night. I bought and read Looking for Alaska by John Green. I am absolutely in awe with the book just because it introduces a lot of new concepts. I did not really love the book, but I am in awe with how John Green manages to say so much and explore so much in this book. I definitely recommend you guys to read this book, but I think a lot of people do not like it and I have no idea why. I'd also read this book for my 24-hour readathon, which happened in this month. If you want to check out my video on the 24-hour readathon, I've attached the link below. Letters from a Father to His Daughter by Jawaharlal Nehru. I absolutely wanted to read this book ever since I found out that it has illustrations. And it has such beautiful illustrations. It's basically a children's book though, because in these letters, Nehru tells his daughter about several things about the earth, the planet, and how several things happened in history, which is absolutely boring, but I love how he writes these letters to his 10-year-old daughter. And 2 non-fiction books which I didn't really buy. My father bought it, but I will still show them because they are damn expensive. One is by Pranab Mukherjee, The Dramatic Decade, the Indira Gandhi years, and I will let you know how the book was when my father reads it. And I Do What I Do by Raghuram Rajan, who was the former governor of RBI, and when he joined RBI's condition was not that good. That's all I know because I do not have a great idea about economics, but I really want to read this book because I like reading books by very successful men. Let's move on to the 8 books which I bought at once almost and show you guys. 1984 by George Orwell. I did not want to start with Animal Farm because a lot of people told me that it takes more time to digest that one. I am not really sure that the people whose advice I took was good, but I think I'll start with 1984. 1984 is also probably going to be our book of the month in February. Purple Hibiscus by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. This was our book of the month in January and I absolutely loved this book. I definitely recommend it to all you guys. The Color Purple by Alice Walker. This book is on a black girl named Helly. I absolutely love this book so much. A lot of friends of mine read this book after I recommended it to them, but they are absolutely shocked with the language of this book because they found it childish. But I want to say, guys, it's their accent. Not all Hindi is same. Have you heard Bhojpuri Hindi and the normal Hindi? They are so different, so different. That doesn't mean that Bhojpuri Hindi is childish or something like that. It's just their accent. So I hope you guys understand that while reading this book, else you won't be able to enjoy it. Gabriel Garcia Marquez's 100 Years of Solitude. I tried reading this book as a child, but I couldn't succeed. So I'm going to try again and see if I succeed, and hopefully I will because I've grown up since then. Margaret Atwood, The Handmaid's Tale. The only reason I'm reading this book is that I loved a quote from this book, which was, "We were the people who lived between the lines of the pages of a newspaper," or something like that. I loved that line so much that I knew that I have to read this book. Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. This book was our book of the month in our booktubers group and I did not really enjoy it a lot. But almost all of us didn't really enjoy it a lot because we found it very tiresome to read. But I really liked Jo's character because I related a lot with her and I really wanted to be like Jo. 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. I started watching the series in around December and then I stopped because I knew I have to read the books before I see the series. So I've watched like 2 episodes or 3 episodes of this book, but most of it is unknown to me, so I really want to enjoy this amazing book. And last but not the least, I got A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. The reasons I bought this book was one, the pretty cover of vintage classics. That's probably the best reason to buy any book. Trust me guys, there's so many books that I buy just for their covers. And secondly, I was very intrigued by the blurb of this book, which is about a girl named Sarah. She's living at a boarding school and the news comes and everything from her is taken away and she's now a servant there, which was really sad to read. I thought that this book is probably a kiddish book and I'm not really sure what this book has in store for me next. Let's move on to the review copies that I received. Firstly, I got Pretty Wild Girl by Ricky Khosla. This is an amazing novel which is basically on Bollywood. It's about a girl who stops at nothing and she'll do anything and everything for success. And okay, these are the kinds of books that excite me because I love to read about rad girls. Sunshine Town by Manish Arora. This book is about a boy named Shlok who is in love with Natasha. I'm sorry about this, but I was reading the book and I found something very funny, so I marked it. I will be saying that in my review, so let's keep it for now. I am about 50 pages in this book and I'm really liking it. It has really some funny concepts that I, as an Indian and being someone's lover in that age, understood. And I really think that Manish Arora has captured the essence of young love very well. Adventures of Inchy Slim by Adrish Chakraborty. It's about a boy who is having a lot of adventures in his youth. I think the title is Inchy Slim because the boy is very thin, like I used to be. But thank God nobody called me Inchy Slim because I wouldn't have liked that name. Undying Affinity by Sara Naveed, which is about Zarish and her professor Ahmed, whom she falls desperately in love with. Khwabon Ka Safar by Mahesh Bhatt is a non-fiction. It is based on the show that used to air on the channel Epic, and this outlines the life of production houses in India. If you are interested in movies, I definitely think you guys should read this book. And lastly, two self-help books. What If This Is Heaven by Anita Murjani. This book focuses on busting several myths like women are the weaker sex, you shouldn't love yourself because that's selfish, etc, etc. I love the concepts and I think that it is going to be amazing. And Happiness Is All We Want by Ashutosh Mishra. I've already reviewed this book on my channel, so if you're interested, go and check the bio for the link for this book. So these are the 40 books that I got in January. I am absolutely afraid that my mother is going to throw me out of the house for buying and getting so many books, but I cannot stop guys, I cannot stop. I hope you guys found at least 5 great reads from this pile, this huge pile, and I'll take your leave now because I have to arrange these things on the shelf and I have no idea how because you can see the shelf is almost full. But okay, best of luck to me and I hope you guys have a great week ahead. Till then, bye bye.